Hi everyone, it's Christine at Zeidman Development, and today I'm excited to walk you through the changes available in Importacular version 5.6. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, I want to show you, if you click on Help, you now have an option to purchase support. So if you decide that you need a little bit more help than you can get with our free resources of our knowledge base, user guide, and training videos, you can always click here and purchase support, and that'll take you to our website. You can pay for it with a credit card, and that will get you signed up for access to our support resources. Next thing I do want to show you in our constituent mapping is the new functionality of sorting of addresses and salutations. So previously, these defaulted to being sorted in numerical order, with the smallest at top and the largest at the bottom. Now mine are not very well sorted here because I haven't moved a lot of things around, but you can see that 47 and 46 are now at the top because that's what I've done in my RE config. So for those of you who have sorted your addresses and salutations in a specific order and previously found it hard to find the ones you wanted because this was not in the order you had sorted it in, this will be a huge change for you, and a good one, I'm sure, because these are now going to be in the order that you see when you're working with these addresses and salutations on a constituent record. The next thing I want to point out, and this one is going to be a bit more of an explanation, is we have added this column here for key fields. Now, key fields themselves are not new to Importacular. They've always been there, but they haven't always been indicated in the templates. So what a key field does is if a key field is blank, a record won't be created in Razor's Edge. However, it doesn't mean that that's the same thing as a required field per se. If the required field is missing, you're going to get an exception from Razor's Edge. Razor's Edge will say this can't be populated because the required field is not mapped or it's missing. But the key fields will actually just ignore adding that information to Razor's Edge altogether. So I'm going to close out of this constituent mapping, and I want to show you a key field in another area where it might be a little bit easier to understand. So let's actually come to our address tab, and we're going to work with a phone number. So first of all, you can see the required is only on the phone type, but the phone type and the phone number are key fields. So the reason for this is Razor's Edge will allow you to add just a phone type without a phone number. But Importacular assumes if the phone number is blank that you don't want to add a phone number. So let's just go ahead and set this up like I'm creating a phone number mapping. So we're going to select a phone type. So when I click here, let's say it's our cell preferred. After I add that mapping, you can see my red icons have changed to green. My key field is still missing. So let's go ahead and click on my drop down here. When I add my phone number, that also turns green. I'm just going to go ahead and click on something else. Now, the difference here between the key field and the required field is I have a phone number mapped, but if someone did not give me their phone number and that row is blank for the phone number, we will not add the phone type with a blank row of phone number. The cell phone preferred as a phone type is only going to be added if the phone number is populated. So you don't get an exception because it's not required, but you also don't get a blank phone number. So these key fields are really useful for avoiding bad data, so a phone type with no number. They're also helpful if you need to create certain conditions because you can use them to create a condition to suppress records that you don't want. So we definitely have a lot of organizations using them in ways to avoid adding certain pieces of data. So hard to give you an exclusive list of how they're used, but key fields are very useful in suppressing records you don't want. They're also useful in avoiding data that's incomplete. So I hope that having these now indicated will help you better understand how that works. If you need more information about key fields, We absolutely have that documented in our knowledge base. So please search our knowledge base for key fields, and you can also ask us if you need a bit more clarification. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope that these changes to Importacular will make your use of the tool that much better. Have a great day.